Today we're going to do a deep dive into Chaturanga, and another really common pose that's often in a yoga flow, particularly in a vinyasa class. There are so many opinions about what should or shouldn't be done, but today I want to really work with you to find a version that suits you. So this is quite a strong pose. It works the whole body. So a Chaturanga is also known as a low plank. So I often like to come from a tabletop. And then I think the most common way to come into this, I don't know that I've known that it happens in any other way, come into a Chaturanga from a high plank. So we've got hands just underneath the shoulders. Here we want to be pushing into the pads of our fingers and in the palm of the hand, lifting the rest of the palm up to really take the pressure off the wrists. And we've got hands roughly underneath the shoulders, maybe a little bit further out to start with, but you want to be roughly underneath. And we're going to engage our core and lengthen out one leg, maybe then the other. And here we're in a plank position. We're wanting one line, the crown of the head to the heels of the toes. And this is the starting point. And a Chaturanga is actually the low plank. And that might be something that you're thinking, no, not doing that. Maybe you're not doing that today. Maybe you don't feel like you're doing that ever. Here's to build up to this. Mine is by no means perfect by Instagram standards, but it does the job for me. Point is, I'm engaging my body, I'm working hard. And there are lots of options you can take here. I think the first one is actually doing this on your knees. And this is a great way to build up your strength in your full range of motion here. So same setup, straight line instead, from the crown of your head to your knees. And then you can lower down. Really important to try and think of yourself as like one long stick. You want to keep that motion, one motion. You don't want to be moving your chest and then your butt or anything like that. Really, the goal is to keep this one line the whole way down, whether you're on your toes or on your knees. With the arms, I think this part can be quite difficult if your hands aren't quite in the right position. So I really encourage you to experiment with it. We want our elbows going back alongside our chest, so in the direction of our body, rather than splitting out. So if I show you here, we want our arms coming down behind us, rather than out to the side. And that's just so we're engaging the right muscles. We really want to be focusing on our triceps and keep ourselves tucked in. It can often be more stable as well. And it can help protect your shoulders. So I think those are the common options, especially if you don't have any blocks to hand or you're kind of going in a quick class. But if you're going slower and you're just practicing this, I really recommend some blocks. This can take the pressure off your wrists a little bit and just give you a little bit more space. So here, your Chaturanga might look like this. And that's totally okay, because we're thinking about our form and our engagement. I think that full straight line from the crown of the head to the toes coming down is very much an intention. You don't have to be there to be doing yoga well. I really encourage you to try out those different options. I want to combat 2 myths today. 1, you have to have your arms at 90 degrees in a Chaturanga for it to be a real Chaturanga. No, Chaturanga is the motion, it's the intention to get there. If you're here and your Chaturanga looks like this, that is a Chaturanga. Myth number 2 is if you go further than 90 degrees, you're going to damage your shoulder. Biomechanically, this is not true for everyone. You have an injury, yes, it's something to be careful of. But as a rule, it's not a thing. It's not a standard that everyone who goes past 90 degrees is going to injure themselves. We think about people who go to the gym, people who do all sorts of other things, but also functional activity. We're pushing something. We're not going to injure ourselves if we're here. So, 2 tips. 2 myths. 1, it's a full Chaturanga whether or not your arms are at 90 degrees or not. And 2, you can go further than 90 degrees. That's just a full range of motion. I hope those tips have helped. Please have a go, try them out, and let me know how you get on.